Hi guys, Terry here. It is a bright and sunny day in February. We just love the weather we're having here in Ohio. But I have a need to make three birthday cards for some ladies that have their birthdays here in February, and they are my crafty friends. So I pulled out some of my cute crafty stamps. This one here is by Tailored Expressions. I love this. I thought this could maybe be the background. So I'm thinking of clear embossing this as the background. I'm trying to keep the card simple. And then I pulled out some of these birthday stamps. I really like this one. You know me, I love a script and then a standard font there. So I'm thinking of using that. Not sure if I'm going to make different cards or keep it simple. So I've got that one. I've also got, I love this one. This is by Rubbernecker. I love that because this nothing goes together quicker than just using this as a border and then putting some kind of scene here in the middle. So I love that one too. And then this one's from Doodlebug, and I love the fonts on these too. So I've kind of got that out as an option, but I'm leaning towards this one here. And like I said, I'm trying to create 3 cards and do it quickly. So these are cute too. Love this stamp set. I forget who makes this. Here's another little one. But love these. So what I'm thinking is if I stamp these and then cut them out with my brother's Scan and Cut, that would be a cute, like if I clear emboss this, it'll be clear on the background, and then stamp these, cut them with my Scan and Cut, and then color them. I could sprinkle those around the happy birthday sentiment. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. I also pulled out, I've got some of these dies for the background of cards. I thought this was another possibility. This one's cute with a cute geometric pattern. And this one's cute with just a little plaid pattern. So just a way to cut some cardstock and pop a little bit of color on the cards. So those are a possibility too. And then I pulled out a paper pack that I had recently used for some Valentine cards. This has some cute geometric shapes on it. So it might be what I use to die cut those shapes on. So not sure. I'm trying to keep it simple, right? So let me start with embossing this with some clear embossing powder. Okay, I've got my Misty. I took the built-in pad out. I took that out because this rubber stamp has a backing on it. So I'm going to put this paper here right in the middle of the stamp, and then I'm going to put some tape down just so that I can pick up this piece of paper here. I'm going to pick up this paper and put the paper on my door. Okay. And now I can ink up this stamp with my Versamark. This is great for, it's like a sticky ink. So I'll just do this all over the pad, and I'll probably have to stamp it a couple of times, which is why I like the Misty. But this Versamark just gives it a watermark look. So I'm going to push down on that. I'm going to use my little air hockey handle here just to push it down all over that big background stamp. And like I said, I think I'm going to do it a couple times just because I'm sure I missed a spot when I was inking it the first time. Plus it's a new stamp. Okay, so now I'll carefully peel that off, and then I am going to put the clear embossing powder on here. I keep it in a little tub. Some people pour it out of the jar and use a piece of paper to catch it on. that is really cute. You probably can't see the pattern there, but I will use my heat gun to melt that powder. Okay, I'm happy with it. It just has a little bit of a pattern on it. Okay, let's stamp this happy birthday. And because I'm using that background, that busy background stamp, I think I'm going to stamp the happy birthday and make a little banner out of it. So I'm just going to stamp this in black ink 3 times for the 3 cards. And then I'll just make a banner out of it. So I'm using my Gina K amalgam ink. I like this ink because it works for if you're Copic coloring or if you just need a solid black image. Okay, I got out my bigger Misty because I want to stamp this entire stamp set. I'm not sure which patterns I'm going to use, so I'm just going to stamp the whole stamp set. I saw someone do this and I wanted to try it. So I'm keeping these on the sheet, the stamp sheet that it comes with, and then I'm simply going to pick it up. I can either put tape runner on here or I'm going to try pieces of tape. And I'm going to put several on just to keep it in place here. Okay, I'll pick this up with my Misty Door. And again, using the Gina K ink because I'm probably going to color these with alcohol markers. Came out really good. There's a couple that are blurry, but I'm probably just going to use the little fun shapes. I don't know that I'm going to use the words. So I'm going to do a few of these, and then I'll show you how I cut them on my brother's Scan and Cut. Okay, I'm going to tell my Scan and Cut to scan, direct cut, and start. Now I'm going to tell it just to cut one sheet at a time, just so I don't get the edges of the paper. I didn't put a distance around them. I could put it, make it look like it's doing a stamp, but I think I'm just going to cut them right on the edge and see what they look like. moment of truth. Those look terrific. Here's the scissors. There's the scissors. There was one little part that caught. I can trim that. But look at all these other pieces. Sewing machine looks great. Look at that. I just love the scan and cut. Just try to fussy cut that. The glue gun and the ball of yarn. Just incredible. So here's the leftover sheet. It even cut out the little letters, which I'm not going to use, but I can't believe how clearly it cut. Love it. Okay, when I laid out some ideas on my cards, of course I wanted to make it so you could see the stamped background. So I didn't want to cover up the whole card. So that other stamp for the happy birthday, I would cut them into banners, but it was just too big. It was too big on the card. So I decided to go with this little happy birthday stamp, and this was from Doodlebug, the one of the birthday sets that I had pulled out. I just like how much smaller that is. So my idea is that I've got the background, I've got my banner, I've got my little cutout shapes, crafty shapes, and then I also used my Gina K Master Dies to cut out a background here. So it's basically going to be the card, and then that background, the crafty background, this, and then I'm going to sprinkle some little crafty things on there in the middle of the card. So it's going to be simple. I cut out 3 different colors. This was from an Avery L pack that I'm just trying to use up. It's called the Harvest Collection. I love those earth tones. So I'll have a link on my blog post to the items that I used in this. But let me start to glue these down, and then I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of those cutouts on here, and we'll see what the cards look like. Back in a second. Okay, I pulled some colors to go with my backgrounds. So I've got, I think this is Pumpkin Pie, Old Olive, and Rich Razzleberry. And I am just going to color some of these little shapes, and then that'll be what goes on the front of the card. And I'll probably pop them up with some foam tape. So just keeping it super simple, and then I will write a message inside for the recipient. But I think these are going to turn out cute. Okay, here's how they turned out. I think they're so cute. I've been wanting to use that stamp set and color them and cut them out with the Brother Scan and Cut. I don't know if you could tell, but they are popped up on the card. But I think it turned out cute. I think the photographs that I post on my blog will show the background better. It's a little bit glittery. But I think they turned out really cute. I'm real happy with them. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I love to show card making and scrapbooking and sometimes quilting. And I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great week. Thanks.